Oh, 100%. Their winning window is right now. Same can be said for the Mariners. They've won 11 of 12. They're in first place in the AL West, which is ridiculous. They were 7.5 games back on August 15th, not July 15th, not June 15th, August 15th. This team's on an absolute heater. They've got the pitching. Now, I was confused, Russ, at the trade deadline. We've gone over the Paul Sewald deal. It hasn't hurt them at all because their relief pitching's been great anyway. But they also were heavily shopping Teoscar Hernandez, who they picked up in the offseason to get more power. Now, he is what he is, which is kind of like Geno Suarez. It's a home run. It's often a strikeout. It's not a great defender, Teoscar, in the outfield, but he does what he does. And this weekend, he homered multiple times. So do you think that this team is getting a little bit lucky that they didn't find the right deal for a guy like that? Obviously, as a whole, this is a good ball club. My thing is, I love what they're doing. I've believed in them, as these guys can say all year. I'm like, why were you shopping guys that could help you win?
Well, they were sitting on that border, right? Like, I can't blame an executive that saw the team that we saw for 3 months. And we had even talked about it, like, what are the Mariners? And it was kind of just like, yeah, they're an enigma, right? Like, you knew they were so talented. They had all these players that were just like Ty France and J-Rod and Geno after the year he had last year and Teoscar and this young starting pitching. And they were a third, fourth place team for the better part of the first half. And then they hit this red hot streak where they go on this long winning streak. And now you're right back at the top. Do I blame Jerry Dipoto for seeing what's out there based on the team that he saw for 3 months? No, I really don't. But I think it was a blessing in disguise that they didn't get the deal they wanted because, those guys that we saw get to the postseason last year, they showed up, right? They turned the switch on. They flipped the switch. J-Rod has been on an absolute heater. And then I just look at it now as, I think a week and a half ago, Kratzy said, hey, do they have enough to overtake the Astros and the Rangers? And I said they do based off the strength of the schedule. And before they even got to that part of their schedule, they're sitting here a game up, right? And they still have Oakland twice. They still have the Angels and the Mets. And then they have a tough one against the Rays and the Dodgers, and then head up against Houston, the Rangers, and then closing it out with Houston. Everything's in front of the Mariners, right? You're going into the month of September with everything in front of you. And then for Houston or in Texas, especially Texas, now you have that pressure of, oh man, we made all these moves at the deadline and we were in first place all year long. And now these kids that were in fourth place are in first place, and that adds a different level of pressure.
Russ, I saw the Rangers this Saturday, and I have them again next Saturday. They're feeling it. They won't admit it, but they are feeling it. You can feel it when you walk into certain clubhouses. They know where they're at. They were out of first place for the first time, I think, since May 1st when we did the game on Saturday. They were a half game behind the Mariners. And then we had Ken Rosenthal on my game on Saturday, and we talked about it during the broadcast. Is there a way, and I know Shohei is head and shoulders above everybody for the MVP, but with what Julio Rodriguez is doing and how his team has responded to basically him putting them on their back, like Kirby Puckett said, jump on, boys, right? He has taken them from third place rocket ship, and he's gone with them. Is there a chance that he could get and not only MVP votes, but maybe slip in and steal the MVP from Shohei?
Steal the MVP, I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, let's say Shohei shuts it down. He doesn't hit. He's not pitching, and he's like, all right, after this road trip, he's like, I'm not going to hit. So he has all of September, doesn't play.
AJ, it's over. It's over. I'm going to help you out here, Russ, and just be very direct.
If Shohei didn't play another game, he's the AL MVP to me, in my opinion. I think we've seen that much. And I'm okay with people. I'm okay with people disagreeing with me on that. But you're seeing a guy who carried the Angels all year long, right? By himself,
fourth place.
And we got to hit it because Aaron Nola is waiting for us. So to be continued, okay? Russ, we'll see you later this week, okay? We'll see you later this week. There you go, AJ. That's your MVP right there.